12 News at 10 starts right now.
Over the past year, we've heard from several Arizonans who have fallen victim to a similar type of scam. It's called the phantom hacker scam, and it's resulting in victims draining their bank accounts, depositing their cash into a Bitcoin ATM machine, and then never seeing it again. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Tonight, we're getting an inside look at how these scammers operate. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono got an exclusive interview with the FBI to talk about who's behind these scams and what federal investigators are doing to catch them. Bianca?
Yeah, Mark Caribe, it's rare that we get the opportunity to sit down with the FBI and get insight into their complex investigations. But scams like this one have destroyed people's livelihoods, and the FBI wants to make sure the message is getting out about what to look out for to ensure you don't become the next target.
I was terrified.
Victim after victim.
They're just taking advantage of really vulnerable people.
Losing their life savings.
It looked like the Microsoft icon.
All because of a sophisticated scam.
I was probably on speakerphone for 4 hours while he talked me through everything before I took the money out of my account.
There's little local law enforcement can do to track down their money and the criminals responsible.
They build your trust.
That's where the FBI comes into play.
There's a serious human element to this, and we need to address that.
Daniel Mayo is the assistant special agent in charge at the FBI's Phoenix field office. And he says the scheme these folks fell victim to is called the phantom hacker scam.
They might have like a group of individuals in like what I would call a call center that you would think of, right? And they're using a variety of methods.
And the criminals working in a group makes the scheme more effective. It typically starts off with a message saying your computer has been compromised. And before you know it, you're talking to an imposter claiming to be a customer support representative.
They then ask for access to your computer. Once they get access to your computer, they look through and say, hey, listen, we need to pull up your financial accounts. We think there might actually be some illicit transactions on there that you didn't approve.
Once they watch you access your bank accounts, they've struck gold.
Then an individual claiming to be from the bank you looked at on your account ends up reaching out and saying, hey, listen, your account's been compromised.
The team of scammers ultimately directs you to drain your accounts and deposit your cash into an alleged safe wallet, typically a crypto ATM machine.
The longer you wait in the cyber world to take action and report it, the more worse off of a chance it is that we can help you.
Is there a particular part of the world where you've seen these scammers, I guess, primarily coming from or calling from?
It's not any particular part of the world, but I will tell you this. Think of countries that have been adversaries of the United States recently, the Russians. That's a place where they feel as though they can hide with a little bit of impunity.
How often are folks getting their money back?
I don't have an actual success rate, but I can tell you this, we are extremely effective. At least 2/3 to 3/4 of the time, we're going to help you get your money back if you report it early, say within a day or two of the transaction.
But Mayo says there are ways you can protect yourself from falling victim.
I don't pick up unknown calls, and I would encourage individuals not to do that.
And most importantly, talk to your friends and family.
Educating people in your family on these scams, I would look to the younger individuals in our country to make sure that they're taking care of their relatives and letting them know about this, because this is a serious threat.
And the most important thing to do if you've fallen victim to a scam, you heard it there, report it right away. You can do it at ic3.gov. As soon as a report is made there, the FBI gets the information directly and can launch an investigation. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks. Earlier this evening, Governor Katie Hobbs vetoed legislation that would have made it easier for police to remove squatters from homes in Arizona. The bill would have allowed homeowners to fill out a sworn affidavit saying the occupant is not a current or former tenant. From there, police would immediately be able to remove the squatter. Democrats argued the bill's powers could be used by domestic abusers to exert economic control over their victims. Republicans say the legislation was needed to safeguard the rights of homeowners.
Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego delivered her State of the City address today and announced some major upgrades to Sky Harbor Airport. The mayor said that the city is set to receive $250 million from the federal government for improvements, with that funding being set aside for a new terminal.
I'm proud to share that next month, the City Council and I will get to work on a cutting-edge terminal at Sky Harbor's west end. It will be beautiful with net zero greenhouse gas emissions and equipped with a new customs facility that will help us welcome even more people from all over the world.
Remember last year, the Wall Street Journal ranked Sky Harbor Airport the best airport in the country. 12 News reached out to Sky Harbor for information on the plan. They said that more details will come out at the next City Council meeting on May 7th.
Time to get a check on the weather with meteorologist Lindsay Riley. And here I was, Linz, thinking, all right, I accept the fact that we're going to be in the triple digits from here on out. But no.
No, actually, we're looking at a roller coaster ride of temps. Now, we could get back to triple digit territory next week, but at least for the next couple days, temperatures will be trending down. In fact, we're looking at below average temperatures by the time we get toward Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We should be at 87 this time of year. Yesterday was the hottest day of the year at 102. Notice, though, as we get into next week, by Tuesday, we're going to be knocking on the door of triple digit heat again. So enjoy the cool down while it lasts. Up in the high country, we go from 67 tomorrow down into the 50s. And with those 50-degree readings, the wind is going to be picking up. Tomorrow in the valley, temperatures 7 a.m. starting off right around 70 degrees. We will make it into the 90s tomorrow, but the high right around 93. The breeze will be picking up. Tomorrow we're looking at about 25 to 30 mile per hour gusts statewide, but it will pick up even more Thursday and Friday. Caribe.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Well, college decision day is 1 week away, but many students still don't know where they can afford to go to school. Financial aid awards are significantly delayed after some technical glitches plague the online application. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is joining us now in studio tonight and is explaining how Arizona universities are trying to work around these issues. Gabby?
That's right, Caribe. All three Arizona public universities delayed their priority deadlines for applications to accommodate these students who are experiencing issues, but that new May 1st deadline is quickly approaching.
It just means you're eligible up to the max amount.
The form that determines how much money college students get from the federal government was simplified this year.
It's not a better form.
But technical issues clogging the system have made the new application a headache for some families.
Very difficult. It's not an easy page to navigate through.
The free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, opened late on December 31st. Signature verification and social security number identification glitches caused even lengthier delays. Laura Stoltz, a surprise mom, says problems prevented her from completing the form for 3 months.
It didn't allow for parent signature. So from January all the way till April, I was trying to add the signature because they kept saying that was the issue. Many
students still don't know how much financial aid they'll be receiving in the fall. Another setback came after the U.S. Department of Education sent incorrect FAFSA data to universities nationwide.
Financial aid offices have been having to wait for that information to be reprocessed to ensure that they're getting, corrected files from federal student aid.
Arizona ranks 49th in the nation for FAFSA completion. About 18,000 high school seniors completed the application so far this year, according to the Arizona Board of Regents.
That's actually down about 41% compared to last year at this time.
There are efforts to raise the completion rate. Governor Katie Hobbs is giving $500,000 of federal funding to the Board of Regents to increase resources, workshops, and initiatives, all of which they say is needed now more than ever as families navigate the technical glitches.
They do have those supports in place to complete the application, no matter what stage that they're in within the form.
The last possible chance to fill out the application is June 30th, but students are encouraged to get it done as soon as possible. Back to you guys.
All right, Gabby, thanks. We're learning new details tonight about a tragic drowning we first reported last night at 10. A 4-year-old boy is dead after being pulled out of a backyard pool near Broadway and Sossaman in Mesa. Mesa fire officials say the boy was at home with his parents and was playing in the backyard when he accidentally fell into the pool, which did not have a fence. We're told the case is still active, but it's being investigated as an accident. Officials say they aren't releasing the name of the child right now out of respect to the family.
Meanwhile, a Santan Valley mom is doing what she can to honor her son and other lives lost to drowning. Ashley Ackerman's son Braxton was found unresponsive in their backyard pool 2 years ago. The family thought that they had all the layers of protection. They did swim lessons, they had a pool fence, the doors were locked, and she did CPR on her son immediately, but still it happened. This Saturday, she'll be focusing on water safety at the second annual Super B-Dog Memorial 5K and Walk in honor of her son. And this year, they're doing something special.
You know, we're gonna have the food trucks, we're gonna have the bounce houses, all the fun stuff, but for the first mile of this run, we're gonna honor victims of drowning. Any family that's been affected by a drowning, if you choose to have your child honored, you can reach out to me and we'll make them a sign. But for that first mile, our runners are gonna know why they're there. They're gonna know, they're gonna see the faces, and they're gonna understand who they are running for, what they are running in honor of.
So if you'd like to get involved with this very important cause, the walk is at Desert Mountain Park in Queen Creek this Saturday at 7:30 in the morning. Also this Thursday, there's a fundraiser at Backyard Taco where 20% of the sales will go to Swim for Braxton as well.
Every one of these stories is such a tragedy, and that's why 12 News is dedicated to keeping your family safe by providing life-saving tips about water safety. For more information on our Water Watch campaign, go to 12news.com/waterwatch.